remember the sound of the ATM beeping, not once but twice, before flashing the dreaded red, insufficient funds. It was a weekday, maybe Wednesday. I was standing in line behind two teenagers who walked away laughing. I was 26, jobless, overdrafted, and broke. No one tells you that financial failure doesn't hit like a bomb. It's a slow leak, a few takeouts you couldn't afford, an unpaid bill, a small emergency that wipes your only savings. Then one day, the system collapses. For me, it began with comfort. I had a stable job, good pay, and zero discipline. I didn't budget, I didn't save. I spent emotionally to reward myself, to feel successful, to numb anxiety. I told myself, I deserve this, every time I swiped my card, until the company downsized. A short email, a short goodbye, a long, deafening silence. Rock bottom isn't just a lack of money, it's a lack of direction. I started skipping meals, then social gatherings. My self-worth was tied to my bank balance. Friends offered to help. I lied. I'm fine. I wasn't. Every day felt heavier. I'd wake up, scroll job sites, apply half-heartedly, and binge watch YouTube or TikTok videos. Most were get-rich-quick garbage. Dropshipping, meme coins, miracle budgets. I tried them all. Nothing stuck. The scariest part wasn't failure, it was time. How quietly it passed. How complicit I became in my own stagnation. Then, one night, I read a tweet. It said, "You're not broke because you're unlucky. You're broke because you have no system." I hated it. I felt attacked, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. The next morning, I opened a notebook and wrote the date. Then I wrote, Financial Rebuild, Day 1. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I made a list. 1. Track every rupee I spend. 2. Open a second bank account for bills. 3. List what I own, list what I owe. The list felt stupid, but it gave me structure. In 3 days, I knew exactly where my money had been going, mostly food, streaming, and small comforts. It was a mirror, and it was ugly. That week, I made a rule. No spending without writing it down. The guilt I felt before a purchase was my first sign of growth. I called this chapter of my life the audit. It was brutal. I created a spreadsheet. Income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, and debt. I made it color-coded. I hated math, but this was survival. Green for safe, yellow for risky, red for danger. I built a budget: 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. Except I didn't have 20% to save. So I made it 1%, then 5%, then 10%. I started using envelopes for cash. One for groceries, one for bills, one labeled emergency. The first month, I stuck to the plan. I saved $400. It felt like 4,000. Saving money was great. But I needed income. I started looking at skills I had. I could write. So I joined Fiverr. My first gig was proofreading a resume for $8. I spent 4 hours on it. The client loved it. Gave me a tip. That $15 felt better than any paycheck I had ever received. I doubled down, took online courses, offered to edit documents for friends. I found small Facebook groups and offered free services for testimonials. In a month, I made $800. It wasn't much, but it was mine. Earned without a boss. Earned with my mind. With income came temptation. I saw ads for investing apps, credit cards, buy now, pay later schemes. I almost clicked. I almost gave in, but I remembered the leak. I remembered the ATM. I made new rules. No credit cards until I had 3 months of emergency savings. No investing until I could cover all fixed expenses for 2 months. No business expenses unless paid by business income. I wasn't just making money. I was building discipline. I started building systems. I automated savings. I created a second spreadsheet for income streams. I tested every small online hustle I could. Selling Notion templates, freelance writing, voiceovers for explainer videos, creating ebooks. Some failed, some paid, but each one taught me more about leverage. I wasn't trading time for money anymore. I was trading ideas. Everyone talks about passive income like it's magic. It's not. It takes effort up front, and even more to maintain. I made an Excel course and uploaded it to a platform. The first month, $0. The second month, $1,200. The third month, $9,800. That was my first taste of scalable income. But I had to fight algorithm changes, reviews, platform fees. Nothing was truly passive, but it was exponential. Now that I had steady income, savings, and systems, I looked at investments, but not the hype kind. I chose things I understood. Low-risk mutual funds, real assets like gold, peer-to-peer lending, only what I could afford to lose. I didn't chase trends. Anything that could give me back my time was worth looking into. "3 years later, I'm not rich, but I'm unbreakable. I have 6 months of expenses saved. I have income from 4 sources. I work fewer hours than I ever have, and I sleep better than I ever did. The best part? Teaching others. What began as desperation is now documentation. I make videos. I write posts. I talk to students and professionals about money, not as a system of greed, but of freedom. Because money isn't the goal, control is. And once you have control, no one can take that from you."
That's all for today from Personal Finance with Thumbs Up. For more videos and money-saving tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep watching.